Making sure that this music isn't extremely loud as well. I'm pretty sure it actually is. Making sure that it's not blowing the stream out of the water. Because I'm like fairly certain that is too loud. Just trying to. Not let me do what I need to do. Okay. Hopefully that is straight. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even tell right now. But what's up, fam? What's up? As we go ahead and get this thing started, what's happening, gang? Today is Monday, January the 30th, 2023. I'm so happy and grateful to be here, man. I'm so happy and grateful to get to this bag. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. I was trying to change something else real quick. You know how we like to do. I like to go ahead and start off on the DXY. You know, seeing where the strength is, where's the driver for the week. Today is the first day of the week. Today is also the first. We're still in the January week handle technically, but we only got 4 days left because at the end of this week we have NFB day, not farm payment on that Friday of this Friday, which is February the 3rd. So this is gonna be an interesting week, especially to see how the strength starts. We're still in a bearish dollar, trying to see if it's ready to gain strength at one of these levels. So when I say ready, really up to the market to decide. Because as I bring back on my indicators now, we had price start here last week, and as it started at this level, we had, you know, wicks come up above and then reject back down, wicks come up back above, reject back down. Same thing for the previous week, is that we actually had strong closures to start the week at this point in time. Nonetheless, it shut itself off, again bearish. So this is another important week to see if the dollar's finally gonna make that push, finally make that stretch to get over the hump. And it's gonna come from the lower time frame lining up with the higher time frame. Simple analysis as always. Give me 1 second. Also need to see this. Let's see. Test this chat. YouTube chat. Why is it making me sign? Oh, okay. What kind of craziness is that? Let's send it with test. Tragic. Slightly being complicated, but that's all right. That's okay. All right, so we're going to continue off. Apologies. We were looking at the dollar, right? And for me, I'm going to go to the lower time frame real quick. Just summarize, see if I missed anything within the first 5 minutes of the hour. And one of the only main things I'm paying attention to is what price did last night to what it's doing right now. Last night means Sunday, as well as Asian session and London session, as well as the continuation or the retracement of the move. Price is either continuing what it said it was going to do last night, or it's rejecting. If we were bearish in the dollar last night, then we should be bullish on the XUSD pair. The thing with certain things like S&P and NASDAQ, I can see that they had bearish implements into the market as well. Right? I can see that price started here, went bearish, started here, went bearish. So that's fine, but now how am I reacting? I'm watching price make the next move outside of that. So let's continue our top down now. Right, I was on the daily time frame, and I noticed that we were already bearish. But when I go to the 4 hour, the 4 hour has to align with the daily in terms of structure to give you that continuation. The main thing I'm noticing on the XUSD pairs is that there's a lot of divergence, meaning Aussie is bearish, pound is neutral, and euro is bullish. So you want to wait for structure to align. DJ and gold. See, GJ has a bullish. DJ right here in the bottom corner. Let's see what gold. Oh, gold has a bearish. Oh, all right. Yeah, see, gold is a tricky spot as well. We're in the areas to know where you are, especially as prices react. You can make a sudden move at any point in time. You want to make sure you react appropriately, make sure you're responding appropriately, and making sure I can be heard, because I'm pretty sure that music is too loud. I can't really tell because I'm doing it to something like this. Let me see 1 second. I have changed it. I've also lowered it. Maybe it's not as loud. I didn't realize how I was buzzing out the banjo. I continue to remain focused over here on what we're supposed to be paying attention to. I'm noticing that the dollar is decreasing out of its Asian range. I'm going to give you more confirmation in things like euro to buy. I do like how NASDAQ right here is at its 50 EMA. Right up there at that 50. So I want to see if things like pound dollar, Aussie dollar, because they're lower, are going to structure to give you something to line up to enter off of. That 30-minute crossing over the 50 EMA. This looks like a possible demand play down here on the 15-minute off of Aussie dollar. Giving you a nice reaction, nice response. So essentially now what I'm looking for what are we looking for, right? What we are looking for is an entry, some type of confluence, some type of confirmation. Right now, we are patiently waiting along. Let me put my chat back up just in case someone like to pull through on the guy. In case someone wants to pull up on the boy. I am liking this area right here that Aussie is coming closer towards. Let's pull up our multi-time frame analysis. For me, it's about seeing what the different time frames are saying. Because when I'm on this chart right here, this screen right here is important because it allows me to see all the different currencies, all the different markets, all at the same time. But what's important to know is that each market has an important story that it's saying on an individual time frame. So that's what I like to look at this screen for. If you don't know what my indicators are, then it can be confusing at times. So that's why I usually leave the market screen like this, not to confuse anyone. Did I just remove my indicators? Oh, there we go. And for me, the main thing is I want to determine the direction of the dollar. Where is the dollar going? What's the dollar doing? Main thing I see is for our opportunity that's right here in the middle. It easily, hold these lows, say like this is some possible demand to then go up higher into the day. I can see it bouncing off of that. I could also do something where it could, kind of fake out and just kind of consolidate the whole time. Really up to itself, to be honest. the lower time frame most of the time is going to tell you the key thing you're looking for. Yeah, D just said nothing looking good to him right now. I kind of agree. Only thing I like is the retracement. All these lows in here. Yes, and a P week, dude. I just realized my music stopped. Mm, probably because this is not playing. Okay, there we go. I want to hear some louder music, so what I'm about to do is trick the system. So bear with me for 1 second. Oh, it's gonna be bougie. It is. Mm. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. I have a step for your bouginess. Ooh. There we go. Now the music is louder over here on my side. Should be louder on stream. Shouldn't be too loud. If it is, someone let me know. Someone let me know. Someone let me know. I was explaining to my friend that it's NFP week, right? And that there's going to be a lot of consolidation, a lot of manipulation. Overall, just a lot of different things until we finally get the print of this new weekly candle. Let's actually look at this from a higher time frame. Let's make this a full hour. Let's make this a 1 hour. So when it comes to market structure and confluence, main thing I see like for S&P is how high we are in the structure, right? Even if I go to the daily time frame, yes, price is technically all the way up here, but inside this move all the way up here, it is retraced, meaning that these are our printed structure points here. That's a high. That's then this creates a higher low. These are all highs made by higher lows. So when price continues to retrace over and over and over again until it makes a retracement that's higher past a certain percent, for me, is like the 80%. Until price likes to retrace 80% and continue to make structure outside of that, we're still in a downtrend. All it's doing currently is making higher highs and higher lows. High, higher low, higher low, higher low. Let it structure itself. Especially the way this engulfing candle, today's candle, is engulfing. Notice how it's bearish. Notice how yesterday or Friday's candle wicked the high, just kind of barely tickled the high, and now it's kind of pushing back. That's a trade opportunity right there. Kind of like a false settle, false move type deal. Price acting like it's gonna go higher to kind of do a they talking about this play on AU. I seen that little thing. That thing was not the move. I mean, this technically was a structure break. If you have your session outlined, right? This is my Asian session here. We can see that price broke that low here for London, then came back and retraced, and then it's giving you another opportunity here as we're in a pre-New York's opportunities. I'm gonna mark out this level of supply that is retraced higher than 50%. So we got a zone that's up higher than 50%. And after that, you just want a BOC. You want to see a rejecting candle. So which candle is being rejected from the zone, which for me is that candle. So this would have to be your active break. This candle would be your breaking candle. Breaking the previous bearish candle, but then also inside of that, it broke the actual rejecting candle. Their entry zone would be somewhere in here. Looking to go short. I'll wait for the actual breaking candle. Risking something like that, what, 5 pips? It's not that bad. Risking 5 pips, going for 5 pips. That wasn't that bad. And as you can see, price probably did not hit its target. I trust my judgment every time. I need clean breaker structures for my setup. Being comfortable with your analysis, being comfortable and patient with your setup as well. Very huge. Okay, we're starting to see more strength come in the indices as it's climbing higher. I do like how we got some lows here. S&P flattening out at the 200 EMA. Looking like a possible demand bounce off that. Off in here. We got some lows. Price printed a low. For me, it's so iffy when people say they want to buy the low, you know, to buy the dip. It for me has to come to a specific price point where I'm gonna say, all right, I'm buying. So I'm slash selling, and that's where I use the Fibonacci tool. So what I did was I measured the swing high to the close pivoted low, and I can see that price hasn't even retraced 20% yet. So me, from a structured point, the first thing I see is price bouncing off this 20 EMA, bouncing off the 50 EMA, now trending, you know, on a lower time frame. There's no structure, there's no floor here. If you look at the 15-minute time frame, notice how there's no red count. These are all just blue candles, which is showing how it's pulling in one direction on one specific time frame. Do you see we have this bounce off this 20 EMA off the 4-hour, which is probably what's lining up to be this EMA that I see here on the 1-hour time frame. As I come to the different markets like NASDAQ, I want to say Nash is slow today. Someone talking about they see Nash. I don't see anything on that. I don't see anything anywhere. Not gonna lie. Only thing I see is this bounce off AU. I do see GU pivoting and going down back bearish below its daily average as the dollar is creeping up on it. And see, it can give signals like that to line up with some other type of confluence on a different time frame. Let's go look at GU. Let's go peep out GU. See, it's trying. For the 4 hour, notice how it's indecision. Notice how it broke the structure high, came back, retested the EMA, gave a blue candle, now it's breaking again. This is a weird type of entry, but you could take the pivot, the rejection off this. The thing is, it broke inside of its own 15-minute candle. So now, if you're gonna sell this pivot point right here, you would need price to retrace back to you. Was it a bold attack? Yeah, it is bold. Dollar pivoting back, acting like it wants to go higher. Gotta be careful here. So I said, nah, Mr. 40 a lot. I do like the way this 15-minute is occurring here on pound dollar. It doesn't have enough confluence for me to get into the trade. We just have one kind of 15-minute engulfing, which is pretty strong, which in itself, technically it could be an entry. You do have to wait for the candle to close. That is one of the things. And you would take it upon the break of the 30-minute candle and you would come back into the zone like that. See, this is tricky because you want to only be risking a certain amount of points so you can be going to grab a certain amount of points. Me personally, I wouldn't risk no more than 12 to 13. Just off the way the area this price is. Still structured awkwardly though. See how Aussie dollar did give you the response off of that supply in here. So that's cool. I want to see if this is going to hold until a higher time frame. Is this supply strong enough to roll over to go out and take out these lows in here? That is giving you a nice 15-minute engulfing. Nice strong looking D-low here. In fact, that gives me more confluence looking at the way pound dollar is looking off its 15-minute. And yeah, euro dollar also giving a engulfing in the 15-minute. Does the 15-minute engulfing line up with the 30-minute? Is your lower time frame giving you more higher time frame confluence within the same token? I'm not gonna lie, I like that AU bearish engulfing. Especially the way how it's pushing away from this zone in here. It is creating some gaps, but it did retest here in the 5-minute. See how it's pulling back though? This is gonna be interesting to see. If I had some more confluence, I would be taking this. All right, we got that 5-minute candle close. Does look skeptical to me. Price is not hesitating. This is one of those things where you just got to be looking at the market. You got to be aware, because the market is not going to wait on you. That is a nice 15-minute cross here. And what you would have risked, what, 10 pips? Going for 10, essentially. 9 or 10 pips. Let's just say you're risking 10 to be safe. You know, it's like right at that 9 mark. And look, you already be up half. Price pretty much didn't smack its target. So the reason I didn't take that sell is because I wanted more confluence. I needed more reasoning to take the trade so I can put more risk down. Right now, this is just a low probability shifting point. So the max I would have been able to risk is 0.5%. I don't want to always just drop 0.5% down just because I can drop 0.5% down. The trade needs to usually line up, give confirmation inside of the confluence. Confirmation being, okay, hey Trev, I'm about to do this. Confluence being, hey Trev, this is why I'm doing this. Hey, this is why this is happening. Hey, this is where this is going. Those three things like that adding on top of the confirmation. Bingo. Has to do it though. Nice engulfing though. Very nice, very nice. Coming back and rejecting supply in here. That was actually a very nice trade. This could have been a B setup. What confluences are on here? Let's see. Let's get more comfortable with just naming confluences. Well, it's had a 15-minute engulf, followed by supply, starting actually by with the supply rejection. That's also lining up with the 30. Is that the 200 EMA? Yeah. 200 EMA rejection, 200 EMA rejection on the 30-minute time frame. You also got the DXY trending with it. Oh snap. DXY trending with it. Got market structure. Did it give a break in structure? Did give a break up BOS and retest. Not only did it break structure, it came back and retest. So this alone is like 5 confluences. This would have been a B to A setup, A to B setup. It would not have been a bad trade. What I needed more, what? So it's fair to say, okay, what else more did I need to take the trade? If I didn't take the trade and I had good confirmations, I did have good confluences, what more did I need? And for me, I just needed more higher time frame confirmation. So I'm gonna put higher time frame confirmation and question mark, meaning did we ever get that higher time frame confirmation? Did I ever get that reasoning into why I was gonna get into the market? Little things like this is important when it comes to risking percentages inside of the market. The market don't care about what you got to say, but you got to think. So you need to make sure we are aware and adaptive. 5 minutes in, price is holding that 30-minute speaking bearish XUSD, bullish on the dollar. I want to see it. If Oz is strong enough to go and take out these Asian lows, take out London lows in this one move. Because what I see is some demand down here on EU. That's chilling. That's just big chilling. Or I want to see price come back in here. If we can see price get a reaction off something like this, That would be nice. I'm gonna set an alert for EU. Cause if it shizzle is not about to sit here and watch it the whole time. 8:35. We really ain't got nothing to it. Got Nasdaq rejecting down, but that's not nothing. I would not take that. I'm not gonna take that. You know, people trying to play the reaction here. It's not the strongest analysis in my opinion. So I'm gonna let that ride. We're gonna let that ride. I'm also be right back. Patience, patience, patience. For me, it's really about the dollar, being confident in its own directional move. This low here at 5 a.m. was the last incremental move, meaning when price came back up here and pivoted back down, that's not a real move to me. This is still the same bullish move that price retraced it. That's now continuing out of here, hitting that level of demand because this highest level is yet to be broken. So we're essentially, because this is the same spot here, so we want to line up our dollar to match our euro dollar. My pivoting point price hit this 1-to-1 on this. AU as well was a little bit more scary. This reaction back up is price trying to attempt to close beneath these lows on different time frames. Notice how it wicked it on a 15-minute. I'm teaching you market structure now. Price now needs to come back and close this wick. Doesn't have to. So how I would essentially play is look for some type of demand up here. I mean supply. I don't see anything interesting enough to take, because they would have to come all the way back up here. Which if it does, shoot, I'd take that, let it pull up, keep pulling up. GU. It is, GU's a lot more tight though. Notice how the 100 to the gray EMAs are flat. You don't want flatness. Flatness gives you consolidation, which is what it's doing. We may just let that ride, even though it's pulling back right into that area. This thing is less than 2 pips away. Oh man. See, that's hard not to take. I'm not gonna lie, that's hard not to take. Shoot, I took it in my live, which is pretty much a demo. Oh, and it retraced all the way back too. I got it pretty much going to just filling the wick. As we're creating, okay, we're diverging. And these on pound dollar. Notice how we came back and retraced this whole candle. I'm also noticing the indices do it as well. Possible supply here. I like S&P a lot better though. That's tough. That's pretty much saying you have to know that the 15-minute candle. Let's go look at S&P. Know that this 15-minute candle is gonna be bearish. To play that like that, that's tight too. I'm interested though. I'm gonna play it in my live. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, and assuming that price is gonna come back in to fill this gap. I'm gonna point out the gap I'm referring at. Not the gap, but the I mean that's a gap technically. Where this bearish candle right here closed here, but it reached in here, coming to recognize this area on the 5-minute. I'm gonna then highlight it. Let's just make it a different color, and for the sake of it, we'll make it green. I'm saying that price has to come back lower into this green zone to go fill it in. So all I'm essentially targeting is what I'm risking. My stops are up here. If I'm risking 3 points, that's what I'm going for, 3 points. That's all I need, really. Let's also give engulfing. What is your engulfing saying to you? when is it saying something? Because the timing that we're getting some of these engulfing candles is it's key. Look at GU came back and retested this previous 15-minute engulfing perfectly, and that was a perfect trade right there. Look at that. GU came back and retested its same engulfing candle to then push lower to go back and fill in. Now this engulfing, and now this one right here on GU saying something to me. It's a little bit too late though in terms of spacing. I wouldn't enter it now. But that's another engulfing candle. That's the main thing I'm looking for price to do. Say something to me and then go back and just completely reverse off what it says. That's dope. That's dope. I see what it's doing though. This is also a new 5-minute candle. So this could be imprinting changing point as well. If the dollar wants to go bearish off here, I don't know. You don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. You don't never know. So the point is to have confluence. If I don't know, I obviously want to be guessing with as much conclusion as possible, right? Right? I don't want to just be taking stupid trades just to be taking them. You want to have confluence. Which I wish it would go take that high. That would create some more structure. And then I would definitely be liking to take this for some demand. Get bullish all of a sudden and try and go back and retrace the size, which I'm betting that. I mean, that's the structure it's making. It looks like it wants to do. What else we got going on? We got AU pump faking as well. We're getting 4-hour plays. That's what's happening. GJ saying something to you. We're in bearish territory. Price is making a high, rejecting, making a high, rejecting, coming back up. Price is literally forcing itself against a wall here, but it's not able to succeed. And it's keep and it's attempting to try over and over and over and over again. But it's winning. It won this time, so is price finally selling off here? Or is it coming back to a certain point in time to just buy back up? GJ here does not look bearish to me. Not right now. Not right now. Not the way it just keeps hitting this level over and over again. So I see like something on GJ. You want to see like a reaction out of it. Here you go. Look at this 4-hourness. Indecision. So the trade that you take here is not wrong. It's just not necessarily 100% right. I don't like that. A lot of demand here. Yeah, this isn't going to be the play. EU comes in here. Yeah, coming in this area. Probably gonna be tight though. As I'm doing my last minute rundown of the charts, the indices is looking like they want to take the S&P. Did I'm noticing? I guess the S&P just made some demand, but you won't. That's exactly what you want. You want it to take that high, act like it was gonna sell, so it enticed all the sellers here. It's actually liquidity rating. Sweep of the highs. Rejection here. Aussie rejecting. That's how we feel. That's not how I feel. I was disrespectful. Go ahead and start to wrap up here as we approach a bunch of nothingness. The main thing I'm seeing is the dollar is holding this level. Below this like 1019. Yeah. Price needs to get above there for us to make a decision. It's consolidating here. Why? Why is it holding here? What is it saying to us that we aren't noticing? I do see typical breaker structure. What have we had? We have had a range down into a low to what? From this low to this high. Okay, so price is right in this 6 range, 50% range. That's what the reaction we're getting. But I hadn't said it for long enough. Today is only Monday. You can see they're giving that bounce. Giving this 15-minute bounce off this candle. As the hourly approaches here, we're going to get a buy. We're just giving demand opportunities. But you would have to take it like that. I ain't gonna lie, this is tough. That's the reaction it's given. I would have to play it right here. 8:45 being this candle. Risking 17.15. D just pointed out a trade. Looking at NASDAQ. Oh, he's looking at the supply? No way. That's tough. So this is what price is currently doing. And then, I mean, he's not wrong. Alright, so let's lower this down. Time frames down, let's sink in. Possible supply here. EU just retraced lower. Coming closer to our demand, so it's going bearish. Let's see how we're going. Okay, we're getting some bullishness here on the dollar. You can see that Euro's finally going bear. GU, EU continuing its bearish move. Let's go ahead and get NASDAQ lined up. If it wants to commit off the supply, we'll let it. It breached that low. And it is in a few weeks, so I will be risking 0.5%. There's no reason to risk extra, and it's the first trade of the week. Usually want to risk less on the first trade of the week. I don't think that supply is gonna hold. I'm not gonna cap. That demand looks stronger, even though we are gaining strength here on the dollar. Finally, it is attempting to breach this 108, tapped 109, 109 tap, giving you rejection. We are observing. We are observing here. S&P rejecting that high. Nas is holding strong. Big chilling. Vale said that would be emotional trading. I didn't even notice you said that, Vales. You right though. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. Oh, Nasdaq looking like it wants to do it. I'm telling you, if it goes bearish, I will take this. I said, okay, it might actually do it. As we get the dollar, notice how dollars breaking 109, approaching that daily cross. The dollar's about to go bullish on the day. This setup might play. This might be the play here. Let me see. It's gotta break it though. I want to see it fully break. None of this pump fakeness. My alert going off on EU. That was a good sale that I pointed out on EU, GU. I mean AU and GU. Even though I didn't take it, that's another entry right there on AU. That's not a bad sell entry right here as well. Even though we're looking at Nasdaq, okay, it's breaking. All right, I'm in the trade. Okay, let's see. How do I get that off the screen there? Let's take off the chat box. Yep, and put on the. Yep. There you go. So I'm supposed to be risking 0.5% there. And what I'm looking for is the dollar to continue to gain strength. Exactly what it's doing. That's all. Alright, you want to see XUSD to continue to get weaker. You want to see the euro get weaker, pound get weaker, Aussie get weaker. Going in that direction. It needs to hold it. What I'm risking here, around 8 points. That's at the 1-to-1. So we did get a break of this previous candle right here. I want to go ahead and just pull up Nasdaq one-on-one, even though that I need to see all of the other charts. Notice how we're bullish right now still on the hourly. There's a lot of hourly buyers in here for the hour. I'm gonna extend one of my stops just in case, because price is getting close here. I don't want to get wicked out through the spread. If it's gonna stop me out, it's gotta stop me all the way out. See, that was key. I don't know if y'all just saw what I just did. Your spread on your brokers is crucial at times, but it may not even matter here because it looks like it. I don't know. That's why I need to see all of the charts. I am noticing dollar goes strength here, so this is not a bad trade. The fact that the dollar is now bullish on the day, it's been bullish for this whole 5 minutes, these past 15 minutes, starting out the end of the hour, opening into the hour. We're at 9 a.m. Now here's another thing. We got hourly momentum here. The buyers I just pointed out on NASDAQ are only so fresh. Okay. Let's go ahead and take that buy out of the way. That's not what we're looking at. We're looking at shorts here. We're just gonna pretty much like 8 points. This is a major, I don't want to say it's a major scalp, but this is just kind of just market structure. At the same time, a little bit of liquidity grab manipulation it's kind of more simpler to see on S&P. If you pay attention to, let's just do one thing at a time. I don't confuse nobody, but paying attention how we're not going back lower. Right, the dollar is continuing to gain its momentum here. More confluence to my trade. All right, we're now going back positive. Now I'm gonna move my stop loss back. Now there's no reason it should come back up there. If it comes back, then it shouldn't be in the trade. The only thing hesitant now about my idea is that we're still here. It's either gonna go or it's gonna go. Why are we still here? All right, what I'm actually gonna do is measure the distance of this rejecting candle, so I can know when price gets to 1-to-1. I can close 75% of my trade. Because it's a major scalp, we're actually gonna do 80. All right. What I'm been trying to give myself the skill to do is be more patient with my trades, allow the trades to breathe, stay in them for longer, let the analysis actually play out. But at the same time, I don't like to leave money on the table. I like to make my bread. So that's why I usually close my trade. But I'm gonna have magic keys close a partial. And I really don't want to be in this trade as well. So as soon as that partial level is hit, it's gonna move me to break even. Don't want to be in this trade as we get closer to New York Open. My no entry zone is actually 15 minutes before and 15 minutes after approaching the bell, just due to manipulation of volume. We are finally getting the directional movement that we want. All right, so now I'm actually going to move my stop losses out to where they should be, not to no adjusted level. And slowly taking risk off the table here. That's always the goal. Mm, 905 here, approaching the end of the stream as well. We did get that break. So now it's all about patience. We're in a 5 break plus 1 in profit. And I'll kind of just go ahead and fully pull up this chart here. Not giving a full breakdown, but we're looking at the rejection of the supply here to go bearish. Looking at the break of the rejection candle. This candle, this bullish candle here, was a candle that went into the zone. All right, but after price went into the zone, we then had our rejecting candle that is also our breaking. So we need a candle to break the candle that's rejecting the zone. And this candle, being the blue, doesn't look like it's rejecting, but that's the candle I'm highlighting for my entry point. I don't like using this same candle that's breaking, that the same candle that's rejecting, even though that can be the case sometimes. In this case, if you risk it like that, it should be around 8 points. Your trading view is saying 6. So, that's what we're going for. It looks like it would hit right there. But on my broker, candles are marked a little bit differently, and my entry is a little bit different as well. Actually, I got my entry at the wick instead. The wick of this breaking candle. I was looking at this zone. So marking price point wise, Yeah, 12.031. 1 point above 12.30. So now, yeah, something like that. Okay, we're just getting that. There we go. I got my chat box off too, so I can't see what the one is saying. I do like how we're in profit. I do like how this is holding. Happy birthday, Queen. All right. You see how price is pulling back here? So we don't want. Notice how we're rejecting the daily opening here. Now you got to make a decision here. Now I have to make a decision. Is this what I want to continue to hold? I'm actually going to close half of my position here because I don't already like this analysis. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't like this. I don't like how it's approaching the bill, and I don't like how the structure looks, especially on S&P. I'm not gonna lie, that looks like some nice demand bouncing off of that, looking like it's about to take this liquidity right here. That's exactly look like what it's doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and close myself out this trade. I close out. I don't really think it was that strong of a trade anyways. It did give you the reaction. That's the thing. You need to know the difference between reactions and reversals. Reactions and reversals. And I do like how that's engulfing now in the 5 minute. So like in terms of a supply bearish standpoint, you know, it was there, still there. Me though, I like that engulfing on S&P. I also like the way it's approaching here on Nasdaq. Due to the fact that it's 5 minutes approaching 9:15, I may take this because this is my last opportunity before I have to bounce anyways. So we are about to take it. I am gonna lower my risk again. No need to take the full thing. I want to pull back just a little bit more. Yeah. Boom. Oh, so now I hit open cap. Dang, I just messed up. All right. Boom. I took that buy. Now it could have been risky because that could have been the supply retest that you needed. You usually don't want to be trading in two different directions as well. One bias, wherever your bias is, that's where you need to stick to. If I was sticking to sales, I should have been sticking to sales, but I think that was just a tap for now liquidity grab. This looks a lot more attractive to me. This buy, right? That's what I was looking for. This did give the reaction. This technically still played out. It touched that zone. Now, are the buyers here on the hourly opening approaching the New York Open? Who's stronger? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna play the buyers here due to the fact that we are already bearish on the day as well. That's one of the main key factors. We're already bearish on the day. We've broken lower here from the 8 range low, currently sitting at, I can't even see that, 70 points. On the day we're negative 135, so that's why I'm incrementally trying to buy out of here. Now this supply is still heavily evident here, heavily present. And the supply technically still could win here. I don't know. What I do know is I don't have time to sit here, so I'll be right back. By the way, Vales, I couldn't see the chat. So you were saying, was I waiting on the two candles to pull back? Um, it depends on how you were looking at it, but I'll be back. You know, the direction of the dollar is going to really determine the strength of this trade. The closer and closer we get to opening bell, S&P here gave a nice strong close. It's giving you the direction it wants to go. Very indecisive, very tough. This is very tough to play. I can't even cap to you. I personally don't even like this. This looks like some NFP trashness. This doesn't look like easy flow and smooth. the the fact that S&P made the move, but Nasdaq is just sitting right here, going up, down, shows you the I don't even know how to say it. It's not even real true volume direction. Let me go ahead and get out of this. Let me move in the opposite direction. Dang, that's tragic. In terms of, notice how the main thing I see is the structure breaking upon the currencies versus the indices. Notice how, like, for instance, Aussie dollar is now finally just not breaking this internal structure low, but the movements where you had, for instance, swing high. I don't even say swing, just pivot, 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 right? Pivot. Pound was a lot more tight, but these are its pivots. You know what I'm saying? Euro more high. But notice how, like, tech, look out, NAS 100, right? NAS is a lot more tight, but right here refused to break that high, and now is actually breaking this low, committing to the demand play in here, giving you that break that I was actually trying to see earlier on that sell. Like I was saying earlier, you need to stick with one bias. This is why you want to stick with one bias, and you don't want to go back and forth between trades and analysis. Because little things like this, technically I would have gotten stopped out. Technically this would be my reactivating entry back in. I'm halfway hesitant to take it just because I don't like it. Technically I'm supposed to re-enter here because this is my re-entry candle. But I don't like this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't like that. That looks rough. Going for the re-entry. Oh, and I got it. Feel like I'm chasing here though. Anna's 920. Look at the dollar though, giving you that imprint of the direction that you want. This is why it's important to kind of be just reacting and not predicting. But the reactions that you give need to be upon the same bias. I should not have been trying to go for the bias there. I was doing it just because of where structure was. I was kind of just going too fast. This 15-minute sell is lining up with the 5-minute, which is now lining up with the hourly. That's it. That's all I need. I don't need to make it no more complicated than that. I have my 3 confirmations. Actually bring that back. What I do see here is tech is really consolidating here. And, you know, S&P actually gave you the closure and liquidity grab above. It's actually trying to make that bullish impulse grab higher. It's literally trying to make. The one thing I noticed about NASDAQ here is that we are beneath the 50 aqua. But now it's more buyers present as well. This is tough. I ain't gonna cap. I don't like this. This is my last time entering. Mainly because I'm about to end the stream. I'm about to peace out. I appreciate you popping on. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. What we were looking at is always the indication of where the dollar is gonna go. The dollar is gonna drive us to the destination of where we want to go to. If I see we're crossing the bullish threshold here, potential to go bullish on the dollar, that means I'm potentially trying to sell everything else for the day. But this could also just be what it's been trying to do the whole month, which is go bullish on the day. I mean, the night, in the morning, and during London session, and then New York going bearish on the day. What is it called? Pump fake. Going up to go down. So these things like euro dollar could be selling just to go back up. aware of that. One thing I do notice and I like the most is the liquidity grab here on Aussie dollar. The full sweep of the lows. That's nice. So we can measure pivot points off that. Same thing for a pound dollar. Now we want to see S&P and tech commit to that sell. Is it going to commit to this price point to actually going down, or once again is it just pump fake? I'm already in the trade. I'm not entering no more. It is what it is at this point. Measuring up, the price action is sloppy. The price action is off. If I mark it down one candle by one, you had a break of structure and then a retest back into that, tapping into the supply here. First candle being blue here. This is our rejecting candle that is also followed up with our next candle that's breaking, excuse me, the closure of your bearish candle and the opening of your bullish candle. This little area right here is tight, but I'm using these horizontal lines to indicate where I was trying to get into the market. Lining it up like this, technically you would have got stopped out. You would have got wicked out. Let me put it like that. In my case, you would have got stopped out. But you know, you have prices of re-entry. Price has then came and give you another bearish candle. Okay, actively breaking this candle. This is our active candle that we're in current price action. And it's now attempting to go lower. Now it did not close beneath this level right here, but this is technically our target level here. This is the thing with scalping. You need to be precise with your points, be precise with your measure points, because the spread doesn't care. The spread does not care at all. 34, 34, 70, 5, 105. So this isn't 40, 80, 120. I need this area like right here to be hit. This is my 0.5%. How much am I down for the day? I'm down almost 1%. Oh no, so I need more than that. I need my 125. 50, 50, 50 is 150. Yeah, I need more than that. I need price to come and break these lows. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta make some of my money back. Going zigzagging with this VS, looking like it's finna do something crazy again. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Anyways, this is one of those days. This is one of those trades. And of course, this is literally one of those weeks. This is an NP week. I was aware this was going to be this type of setup, so I didn't want to take it. But you as a trader, you can't be too optional with the trades you take. When you get a signal, you just got to send it. Now, obviously, there was better signals I could have taken. There were better trades I could have taken. I didn't have to take NASDAQ. I still technically don't have to sit in this mess, but it is what it is. I'm in it. You got to commit to what you say. You know what I'm saying? Stand on that. If you're wrong, you stand on that. That's the only way you can learn and get right. All right, but I appreciate you for hopping on, man. Appreciate you, Bills. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Peace and love, man. I'm out.